I'm going to teach you guys how to beat some of the more popular custom moves. If you're the kind that calls customs overpowered or janky, your first step on this journey is to change your mindset. That long list of words scrolling in the background, that's a list of things from previous Smash games that have been listed as janky or overpowered. They aren't jokes. Jigglypuff had a 0-to-death combo out of a grab against two of the top tier characters in Melee. Fox had a one-frame move that grants him invincibility and infinite against a wall, and it can combo into a grab, aerial, or KO move. The Ice Climbers could 0-to-death the entire cast from a grab in both Melee and Brawl, and they weren't the best character in either. Peach can pull out a bomb. These all add to the game, not detract, but for a time people considered them cheap. I still remember half of our Melee tournament entrants complaining about people using the C-stick and L canceling, or calling wave dashing cheating. Smash has always been about optimizing your character to be the best that they can possibly be. You find these abusable things and you abuse them. The key to victory is figuring out how best to beat these new strategies, however frustrating it might be. First up is Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong has a lot of good custom move options, many of which involve win boxes, something most are unfamiliar with since they're new to Smash 4. The Cyclone Up B has a win box that sucks you in and can be auto-cancelled, and has super armor and can combo on hit. He has to have a certain height to actually get this auto-cancel, which is a very big weakness for the move, but it doesn't seem apparent when it's in the hand of a strong Donkey Kong player. But you can easily beat it by pressing L or R. That's it. Just air dodge. Donkey Kong can suck you in with the win box or hit you with the weak first hit that does 1%, but the second hit that actually does damage, you can just hit L and R. You can air dodge before that ever actually happens. If you're ledge snapping while recovering, you will automatically grab the ledge and the win box will not affect you. So as long as you're in that snap zone, he can't suck you in with his up B. He can combo out of footstool and you can still air dodge. It's that easy. You do not have to worry about this move. Just spam L and R when you are sucked into the win box. Don't shield any of Donkey Kong's over Bs. They will break your shield. The Stubborn Headbutt is probably the most unique of his over Bs. It is very, very slow, and it gives him super armor for the entirety of the move. At any point, if you hit him, it will do nothing. But you can counter it very easily by just grabbing. If you see Donkey Kong try to do this, just grab him. He's not going to be able to hit you with it. One useful thing that Donkey Kongs can do with this move is they can actually use it to recover. They grab the ledge out of their over B, which is fantastic for Donkey Kong. You again grab him out of his over B. This is a trick that doesn't work that well. His Gust Punch has gotten popular recently, probably going to fall out of favor pretty soon. He loses a lot of knockback power in exchange for having this win box. The win box is surprisingly difficult to use effectively. It has a sweet spot and a huge sour spot. The sour spot is actually the giant part of the tornado that you would expect to be hit with. Uncharged, it does nothing. So recover smart, it won't hurt you. The sweet spot is at the very front of the punch, pretty much where you would be if you would be hit with the normal giant punch. And regardless of percent, that's going to send you pretty far. You can crouch cancel it, and you can increase your chances of survival by saving your jump until your momentum wears off, but just avoid that sweet spot. What about punishing his up B? Even if it can't hurt you, you can still spam it, right? Well, no. He has to auto-cancel at a certain spot, otherwise it's easy to punish, right? Well, once DK chooses where he's going to auto-cancel, he's locked into that location. Just punish where he's going to be. It's very easy once you get the hang of it. He can't surprise you because the move is very, very slow. He can't risk not auto-canceling, so his spaces that he's going to land are very limited, and once he commits at all, just punish that spot. That's really all it takes. It's normal Smash play. Just punish where he's going to be. You can also punish him out of shield if he lands close enough with a dash attack, or for some characters, faster smash attacks or a grab. Cyclone is not safe on shield. I do recommend practicing this with a friend. One or both of you pick Donkey Kong and spam win boxes. Try to auto-cancel it, try to punish it, try to do anything you've seen in this video that you think might be difficult. Learn how win boxes work. because until they become intuitive to you, it's going to stay as that new and scary thing, and you're going to have that knee-jerk reaction of, this is janky. Rosalina's customs are pretty straightforward, but people complain, so here you go. Rosalina's warp goes a set distance, and then Luma will step back just a little bit. That's about all you need to know. Learn the spacing of warp, and don't stand where Luma will be. It can actually combo into up smash, which can kill you at higher percent, and it's very dangerous. And at lower percents, there's a mix-up where she can shoot Luma behind you and hit you towards her. Just don't let that happen. Shooting Starbit is very annoying to deal with, but not impossible. It does a surprising amount of shield damage, and while your shield will never break like shown here, she can put you in a position where she can shield poke. Try to cross the space differently. You can jump over it and bait out an attack. If you fade backwards, then she's not going to be able to punish with anything except for maybe a shooting starbit. If you bait an attack from her, then she's no longer using her shooting starbit, and the issue is basically solved. So your goal when she's spamming shooting starbit is to get to that neutral place where it is unsafe for her to do that, and to bait an attack. Sheik's Pisces has greater knockback than Bouncing Fish, but this is exacerbated by the fact that the correct DI is reversed. Just keep this in mind and DI correctly. Pikachu's Heavy Skull Bash is an excellent move with a lot of knockback. He has to be very close to use it, so most of the time he's going to hit you with it out of a panicked air dodge. If you get hit, and you have the instinct to panic and air dodge, Pikachu is waiting. The moment you air dodge, he's going to hit you with a sweet spot over B, and you're probably going to die, so don't do that. Other than punishing you for missing a tech or for air dodging, he doesn't have much to hit you. The sweet spot distance is 3 Pikachus in length if you want to use Pikachu for scale. There are a few percentage specific combos, like using a reverse aerial rushed up air into side B, but they're few and far between. Anything slightly over 3 Pikachus in length isn't going to kill you. It won't do very much knockback at all. Pikachu Thunder Wave doesn't go very far, but if you get hit by it, it'll paralyze you, and he can combo that into an up smash or Heavy Skull Bash. So avoid it at all costs. It doesn't auto cancel unless he uses his double jump, which puts Pika in a bad position. Mii Brawler. Specifically, Mii Brawler with Helicopter Kick. By the end of this video, I hope to take Mii Brawler from a top tier character to a mid tier character. Because once you understand how and why Helicopter Kick works, you'll understand Mii Brawler and he won't be nearly as much of a threat. Mii Brawler can kill at obscenely low percentages by the ledge with his up B, but as you can see here, his F smash kills from center stage, but his up B doesn't kill until 120%. So why aren't we worried about his F smash rather than his up B? Well, it comes down to utility. He can combo directly into his up B via a grab, but only at certain percentages. From around 30 to 40% or so, he can grab you, down throw, forward air, and up B you and drag you off stage towards the blast zone, ensuring that you'll die. Slightly above that percentage, you can DI towards him and he can only hit you with an up air, not an up B. And even higher than that, you can just jump or air dodge, or if you have a fast aerial, you can use that. He loses his combo ability entirely, and his up B is just another F smash. The F smash was never something we complained about because it's very difficult to land that raw. If you're at combo percent and you stay at the center of the stage, the combo that was so dangerous by the ledge actually takes you out of danger by putting you at too high of a percentage to combo. All you have to do is just DI towards him, and then air dodge, or jump, or aerial. It becomes a kind of a mix-up game, but you have all the cards. Just don't be predictable. So, this shouldn't be a thing, but Wario has a fast bike option, and some people seem to have trouble with it for some reason. It's actually pretty good when it hits you. It combos into lots of attacks, but if you see it coming, you can just shield. That's all you really need to do is shield it. Don't hold shield for a long time because he can bite you, and don't immediately drop shield because he can often land with an aerial. If he comes at you and you want to hurt him, you can just throw out a hitbox. You'll hit him. If you get a fast move like Marth's up B or Lucina's up B, you can just hit him out of shield. It's really not that difficult to deal with as far as offense goes. Whenever he uses it, you can punish him. Its real strength is the keep away game. He can move very fast horizontally, and Wario's airspeed is pretty good. So this can lead to about 30 seconds in between engagements if he's really good and you don't know how to stop it. This is pretty bad. You don't want that. The bike has limitations. You can use it once on the ground and once in the air. If you jump into the air with Wario and use your bike, you can't use it again until you touch the ground. It also has a very obvious arc. Hit where he's going to be. This is just like punishing Donkey Kong's wind up B. Pay attention to when he uses it and where he's going to be. Watch that in slow motion. You can tell the moment he uses the bike, the exact arc he's going to take. Wario can't change this arc. That's really all you need to do. Villager has some good custom moves. Exploding Balloon is especially irritating because it allows him to camp the ledge. Many characters can beat it with just straight projectiles, but not everyone has that option. Once you learn the properties of the move though, it's not so bad. For one, he doesn't get very much vertical height unless he pops his balloons. When he pops his balloons, he doesn't auto-grab the ledge. That means you can edge guard him like it's melee. You can even grab him if you want. The trick is figuring out how do you make him pop his balloon. Well, for one, you can get underneath and behind him, like you're recovering from the stage. Villager doesn't edge guard you by grabbing onto the ledge and spamming balloons, and he doesn't do that for a reason. Once you get him off stage and force him to use his balloon, it's very easy to hit him as long as you're below him. Practice it with a friend. But what if you're not Sheik?
Happy birthday to the ground!
Well, you can do that. Not everyone has a very intense spike like Ganon does, but everyone has some move that can hit him and endanger his stock. He's not going to have invincibility when he grabs the ledge the second time, and the only way he doesn't get hit is if you're slow and or he buffers a roll or get up option. And if you can trick him into buffering a get up option, well then the battle is won. He can't camp the ledge anymore. The trip sapling can make this difficult, but you just dance around for 15 seconds and the moment that is up, you approach as normal. It's annoying, but he's gambling with his life. You're just maybe taking damage. If you're on Smashville, by the way, you can use the platform to get above him, which makes it very difficult for him to hurt you in any way. There's a lot of character-specific approaches that will either endanger his life or force him to pop a balloon, and whenever he is forced to pop his balloon, you get a free hit, which should end his stock when he's around 50 or 60% if you have a spike. If you can't air dodge off stage because you don't have good air mobility, just shield the balloons. He can't hurt you if you're in shield. It is impossible. You have all of the cards. All he's going to be able to do is up B to the ledge. If for some reason you go too low, hit his balloon. It'll allow you to use your up B again. It's really not that difficult if you practice it some. Take 10 minutes out of your day and give it a shot. I hope that helps everyone become more familiar with some of the more prevalent custom moves without having to lab it up and figure it out on their own. Customs add a lot to the metagame and make several characters viable that are unplayable without them. It's a shame to write them off entirely, though some have tried. If you do find a move that seems to be overpowered or broken, by all means, use it to win a tournament. We haven't seen it yet. The only custom moves shown in this video that has arguably made any actual impact so far has been Pikachu's Heavy Skull Bash, but that's only in the hands of Esam. I'm pretty sure that guy's a reverse Samson though, so I don't know if it applies. He wins everything anyway. If there are any custom moves I've missed that have been causing ripples in your region, by all means, complain on Reddit. I'll see it eventually.